Speaking of DJT, let me bring this up. All right, so Devin Nunes today spoke about this, and you know what? I'm just going to play the clip because this is just good stuff, guys. And this is getting out there. And just remember, I've already showed you guys, but DJT, because it's Trump, every single time, this stuff is front page news now. It's front page news in the financial world, which is massive. So massive that we are getting daily our news out there about naked short selling and the corruption in the markets, manipulation. It's getting out there every single day now. This is forcing everybody to pay attention, forcing things to get done. So let's just listen to this. It's real short.
That we've begun to talk about this. We have people that are essentially whistleblowers that are coming forward. So we're getting people now that are coming out of the woodwork that are beginning to tell us things that I'm like, wow, this looks like something that I should have looked at when I was in Congress. It appears like it's been happening for a long time, but it's something that shouldn't happen in this country. I mean, you shouldn't be, if you're on this reg show list, if there's an irregularity, you can understand if something gets a little out of whack for 1 or 2 or 3 days, but then if the system works properly, everything should be cleaned out quickly. But I think the problem is bigger. And maybe they got so greedy at targeting us that maybe, just maybe, we don't know, but maybe we're going to expose something that's going to be bigger than what most of us imagined. And I think there's probably been a lot of companies over the last decade or so or more that have been hurt by these same tactics. And so, you know, look, I'm hopeful that we're going to continue to work with our allies in Congress. We'll build the case. We'll inform the appropriate authorities. As you know, we've already talked to the NASDAQ. Seems to me like the RICO statute applies here. And that leads me to, the other, we're obviously going down the congressional route right now. But don't forget, there are a lot of state attorney generals that should have an interest in this. If, how much damage has been done to capital formation of other smaller companies that have been hit by this naked short selling or counterfeit shares. My guess is it's going to be a large number. And look, we just might be the poster child. And if this happened to us, we're going to break it out into the open. We're going to make sure that people know about it, and we're going to continue to expose it. So working with Congress, working with other governmental authorities, and also going to work with the state attorney generals.
Did you hear what he just said? We'll be the poster child. This is bigger than we imagined. He said this, he sees RICO. He sees state attorney generals coming down on this. He's working with his friends in Congress. He said, I should have looked into this when I was Congress. Can't believe I didn't. He's saying this is huge. He said counterfeit shares along with naked short selling. He said this has got to get cleaned up. Can you imagine what the crooks are thinking when they see this? They are seeing this and they're saying, oh shit. That's what they're saying. They're saying, how do we get out of this one? Trump's on our case now. Devin Nunes is on our case now. This is insane. And we're starting to see the repercussions. I mean, freaking Kramer's got busted today. I mean, it's on. So everything he said there is huge. He's basically putting out a warning shot. When he said RICO, he's saying, we'll get you guys criminally. We don't care. And the fact that he says exactly what Han was saying, I think what I've been saying, that they're willing to be the poster child to break it open. And he said for all the other companies affected, this is nuts. This is nuts. He's saying everything we'd hope they'd say. So, guys, I am so freaking excited after today. This is unbelievable. It's just coming together. This is coming together, and they're not going to stop till it's done. It's too public now. The momentum is too great. There's too much being exposed. You can't, this Pandora's box is opened. It's not being opened. It's opened. There's no going back to the way it was before. There's no going back. We got our wins. We haven't gotten paid yet, but we got our wins, our first wins. And our first wins is that the cat is out of the bag. We are no longer speaking in shadows. We are no longer speaking in corners. We are now getting the word out, and the momentum is only going to build massively from here. This is huge. This little speech he gave is huge.